Just like I told Coco, my vision is vision. You already know though. So go slow. Back my logo for show. Pogo. Now get down on it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Keenum's Vikings going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Bell. Bell sheds him off. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
That's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now, I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down, it's Bell. Wiggles free. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run it with Bell. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The play clock's running down. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Linval Joseph in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go.
Keenum now on first down. Complete to right. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
A gain of 39 that time.
All right, here we go. All right, now look at.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph from 10 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Forbath out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense. And this is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly, but overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be, because they put it all together. Won the NFC North. How about that win over the Saints in the divisional round? I mean, I don't know that they'll ever top that in terms of getting something done late in the game, especially with what was on the line. They do get Dalvin Cook back at running back next year. I think they'd still like to have a little more speed at wide receiver. But all in all, this team comes back pretty well intact and will be a force for a while.
Yeah, that defense is pretty set.
Very much so. I mean, they try and move the ball against their front and then try and throw it against Xavier Rhodes.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
To the air again, Keenum. Flushed out right. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Case Keenum with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go.
Here's Roethlisberger. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw, and that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Sherrills to return it. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Play action. It's Keenum. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. And they'll bootleg it here with Keenum. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Bud Dupree in there to drop him. And sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. A dump down to McKinnon. Still fighting through tackles. And he is knocked down from the side. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Heinz Field after this. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Now Brown. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And it's 21-3. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, Fitzgerald to Son. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now out come the Steelers.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And the wideout in motion. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Linval Joseph in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. On second down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll send Rodgers in motion right. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Keenum. He sets to fire deep. He's got him in. Complete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the... And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 75 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play clock winding down. Now it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Keenum. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Past the 20. And right with it here over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Here comes the D swarming to the line. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. When the Vikings get down this way, they start looking for number 82. Rudolph had 24 targets in the red zone last year, tops in the league.
And that's what you do when you have a tight end who understands how to get open in tight spaces. Gronk knows how to do that. Tyler Eifert does it well in Cincinnati. Kyle Rudolph emulates those guys.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offense.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sharif Floyd in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case,
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. And the pressure gets to him again. Javon Hargrave in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off play action. Keenum. complete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Here we go on 4th. Keenum buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a front handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Again, it's Bell. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And the play clock's running down. 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Linval Joseph in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Going deep for Diggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. So they're going to go for 2. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Forbath out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll go again with Bell. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Fighting. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run it with Bell. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
You know what? Now and then it pays to take chances in this league. You can't play everything by the book. You're on your own side of the 50, but all you need is a few short yards. And they're able to convert to keep the drive going.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.